I've never made this much money in a weekend before, and honestly, I still can't believe it. But the road there, it was messy, emotional, and full of surprises. From late night prep to unexpected chaos to some of the most heartwarming moments I've had in my business so far. This is the real, raw behind the scenes of my first ever Renegade Craft Fair. So grab your favorite cozy drink and come along for the ride. Okay, so it is Tuesday and Renegade Craft is this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. I'm not exactly ready yet, but I think we can do it. Right now, behind me, back here, I have my displays set up from the last market I did. So I did a very small Christmas market back in December, like literally weeks after opening my shop. It was very small compared to Renegade, which is my second in-person market ever. But as I was saying, this is the stuff that I bought for that last market that I did, that I also did very last minute, which I'm doing Renegade last minute too, which I will explain in 1 second. But I'm trying to figure out what I need to buy because I should have bought everything I need by now. But have I? No. So we're gonna fix that today. Also, hi, by the way, my name is Emma and I run a small polymer clay art shop here in New York City. But before we go any further, let me give you an update with where everything's at. It's kind of a mess. My life is kind of a mess right now, but it's fine. We're doing good. So over here in my office space, I've been going through the stuff I previously bought from markets. I do already have like bags and some packing stuff. And I have one tablecloth, but it's just a plain white tablecloth and it's kind of boring. I think I'm gonna order a nice like baby blue pastel tablecloth to kind of just like elevate the booth. And then clay-wise, I have sculpted a ton of worry stones. I have some more here, some figurines. Here's a bunch of phone charms. And then I have some mini keychains I need to glaze still. These eggs which become earrings and more worry stones. And I've also been sculpting a lot, like every single day I'm like sculpting for hours. And so I just finished up these little bunny keychains this morning. I need to glaze all of these still. And then over here, I was doing a lot of glazing last night. And then a lot of these are actually half glazed at the moment. You see this one, the head's only glazed. And the reason that I do that is because it's easier to get a more proper glaze if I like do half and half for the big items. So real quick, the reason why I'm getting Renegade together pretty last minute is that I was actually waitlisted for this, which didn't surprise me. I mean, I've only had my shop open for like 7 months. This is gonna be my second market ever. So when I got waitlisted, I was like, hey, at least that's not like a full rejection. I just didn't really make it into the first round, which is okay. And then I got into the market and I'm doing it. I found out a couple of weeks ago, so I've been kind of slowly getting my things together. But now the week is here and we really gotta get our stuff together. I just went looking everywhere for this tape measure. I have a 6 foot by 15 inch depth table, which is very skinny. It's kind of weird, but I have technically a dedicated half booth for this market. So instead of having like a full booth size for myself, which is 8 by 8 foot, I have half of that. I have an 8 by 4 foot space. And so the table, I'm just renting a table from them because I don't have my own table and don't feel like buying one or transporting it. This is how long our table is. I'm gonna do a little mock setup and let's see what it looks like. I mean, the keychains and the worry stones are like the main focus of everything. And I think what I might get is some like little mini shopping baskets and put them right here with some different stickers. I think that could be really cute. Let me show you the shopping baskets I found. They're like little miniature ones. Pretty, pretty small. I think I'm gonna get this blue tablecloth. Eventually, when I have some more time, I do want to paint all of those displays. They're all raw wood, and the reason I got them is that I could eventually paint them and make them my own. So I definitely want to do like some pastel cute colors for them eventually, maybe paint floral design or like cloud design or something on them to make my booth pop even more. But we don't have time for that right now. And one thing I've been struggling with lately is that I can like see where I want to be in like a year from now and 2 years from now. I have that vision in my head and it frustrates frustrates me that I can't get there yet. But also, I have to remind myself I've been doing this business for about 7 months. And the one thing you can't rush is growth and learning and time. And I just like need to be patient, and I need to just like let my business grow with me. And like I can't compare myself to someone who is 2 years down the line. I mean, I shouldn't compare myself in general, but it's like apples and oranges if you're comparing someone who's, you know, 6, 7 months into their journey to someone that's been in business for 2, 4, 5 years. And I feel like it's a good thing that I have that in my mind, because I think that is what real manifestation is it's having the vision in your mind and then letting that vision guide your everyday, or maybe not every day, but like, you know, weekly, monthly, consistent actions you're doing. And so eventually you do kind of like you manifest it for yourself. And while shortcuts could be tempting, and I also don't know what a shortcut would be at this moment, unless I had like $1 million and could, you know, do whatever I wanted. But I just have to like be patient and let it grow organically. I'm going to order what I need to order, which includes those little mini baskets, a new tablecloth. I also need to get a sign of some sort for my booth. I don't have any kind of sign at the moment. And then I also need to order business cards. And then we have a lot of sculpting to do. So I gotta work. The mail just came. So I don't know if you saw my last video, but I did design some tote bags in my last video for a little bit of merch. And I figured we should unbox one together, see what it actually looks like. This is from Printful. Ba-ba-da-da. I'll give you the first look. What do you think? Oh, cute. I like it. Take the sticker off. I think it's really cute, and it has one of these like bigger bottoms where it's like, LOL, bigger bottoms. I like it. I think it's pretty cute. Stay silly, you know? And while my shop will always be primarily handmade, you'll notice from this video and the previous video where I did my 12-hour clay challenge, there's only so much I can like realistically hand make. So finding ways to grow my business that aren't handmade, I think is really smart. And that is why I'm so happy I can work with a brand that I'm already using in my own small business. Thank you, Printful, for sponsoring this segment of the video. Printful helps artists like us turn our already existing or maybe new artwork into sellable products without the stress of stocking inventory or shipping all the orders ourselves. You just pick a product, upload a design, and then connect your shop, whether that's Etsy, Shopify, TikTok, etc. There's many platforms they support, and then that's literally it. Printful is a print-on-demand company, which means they print, pack, and ship everything for you. But here's something that I really appreciate. Printful doesn't just do print on demand, they also offer the option to do bulk orders, which is what I did with my tote bags. And if you're curious to see the process of me making my tote bags, I'll link that somewhere up here because I made a whole video showing how I did that. So if you're prepping for an art market, wholesale order, or just a big launch in general, you can order in bulk and get the same high quality products to sell in person, sell on your own, as the print on demand items you post on your website. And the reason that this is so important is that it helps you stay small when you need to, but then you can easily grow and expand as your company does. And Printful also offers, if you use Printful, then you can be rest assured you'll get high quality, and you're also getting the same exact products as huge companies like Coca-Cola and Spotify. They also have a huge global production network, meaning you can reduce shipping costs and wait times. Not to mention their huge product catalog, so many products to choose from, and a lot of different branding tools to help you keep your packaging still feeling personal and like the small business you are running. So if you're looking for a sustainable, flexible, easy to scale way to grow your creative business, Printful is a great business partner to have in your corner. And I'll drop a link below in the description if you wanna check out more. Let's get back to the chaos of prepping for the market. And then this future version of me, the short hair version of me, I'll catch you at the very end of this video to chat about, you know, how the market went, how much money we made, how I felt about it. So I'll see you then. These are just my little star stainless steel hooks, a collapsible stool that I think just goes like this. Ooh. How does it work? Hey! Good morning. Let's do a lot of glazing. Maybe I'll set up a little camera and a time lapse because I think it's interesting to see how long it takes, because it takes a very long time. Okay. I look look a little rough. We are done glazing. At some point my camera died. I don't know when. It is now 11:40. Here they are. They're looking pretty good. There's a lot of stuff done. So yeah, this is a very vlog style video. I normally do it a little more, I don't know, not so casual. I normally do fancier angles, where here I'm just literally setting the camera wherever. So let me know what you prefer. I kind of like these. It kind of feels like we're just like FaceTiming, like you're just hanging out with me. And also, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I have not had breakfast yet, and it is 11:45. So I'm gonna make myself a good breakfast. On the agenda today, we need to do a lot of sculpting. Oh, hi there. And I'll probably do more glazing tonight, honestly. If you're curious to watch the actual sculpting that I did to prepare for this market, I actually filmed it over in this video, which I'm giving you a little teaser of right now. It's a 12-hour clay challenge. It's a video I posted right before this one. Good afternoon. It is now 1:08. I have been working all morning. I finalized some sticker designs on my iPad, and I've just been on Canva making a lot of little signs for my booth, including the price signs, some little bits of knowledge I want people to know, like handmade in Brooklyn, glazed with UV resin, like those kind of little things. But then the rest of the day after that is gonna be packed. I need to glaze my pink strawberry matcha kitties, make some more worry stones. I need to assemble some more keychains. Finish assembling my signs. I'm gonna like put them on a harder backing paper. And just getting last minute things together, like making sure my card reader's charged. I also need to run by the bank just to get out a little bit of cash so that if people wanna pay with cash instead of card, they're able to do so. And yeah, I think we'll probably be working all day, but that's fine, it'll be fine. I feel like finally it's feeling more real to me that I'm like actually doing the market. Like I felt a little, I don't know, I wouldn't say like dissociated necessarily, but just like ungrounded. I'm just like having a hard time actually conceptualizing that I'm doing this market, but it's happening. And this time tomorrow, I will be like a few hours into it already, and hopefully we'll have made my first sales. I feel like also my brain has just been like glitching a lot more this week because I'm definitely feeling a little more overwhelmed with everything, and just like I'm losing my thoughts and I'm more clumsy, and just with being like neurodivergent. When I go through periods of feeling like a little more stressed or anxious or overwhelmed, even if it's like because something positive is happening, but it's still just like it's a little too much for my brain, I feel like I get very like glitchy and everything just becomes harder. So it's been a really, in one way, fun week, like preparing for this market, but it's also, it has felt overwhelming, and I feel like my brain just keeps like glitching, but it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be a good experience, and it's gonna be good for me to push myself out of my comfort zone. I won't lie, there's definitely a very big fear within me when it comes to just like putting myself out there. So we have a lot of work to do. So let's pop some sticker paper in my printer and let's print these off. Because I'm printing with best quality, it goes so freaking slow. But it looks good. Hi, so we are back now. I did a little outfit change because I got so sweaty out there walking. It is full-on summer here in the city now, and we got our business cards and our poster. Oh, and also my journals, which weren't supposed to come until like the 17th, arrived, so I can take some journals this weekend too. And also I got a new UV light, and I bought this with my own money. It's not like sponsored or anything, but it's really cool because it has like, it's like this, it has like lights all around. And so I'm going to unbox this, make sure I know how to use it, and then we're gonna get to glazing. I think this will speed up my process so much. Whoa, it's magnetic, it literally, that's so freaking cool. Okay, let's go glaze. Well, that was a bit of a sad scene. I was just in the kitchen glazing,
and then just crying because not because anything's bad, not because anything's wrong. I'm so tired and I just wish I had a normal brain sometimes. But this is also the reality of it. Everything's fine. I'm just overwhelmed and I'm trying to do too much in too short of a time. It's not always easy, y'all. Like, there's a lot of things I love about like having a neurodivergent brain, and maybe I'll dive into more specifics of that at some point. But sometimes it makes life really, really hard, and my brain's just overwhelmed. And when it gets too overwhelmed, I feel like it just kind of temporarily breaks and glitches a lot. And I think I touched on this a little bit earlier when I wasn't feeling quite so bad, and now I'm just like, this is so silly. I'm crying about doing an art market. But no, I'm just overwhelmed. But it'll be okay. What I wish I could do, what my brain allows me to do, are just not always aligned. But anyways, I don't need to cry too much. I just want to share that, like, if you also have hard times, like, it's not. I just feel like, especially social media, like running an art business or like having your own small business is often just portrayed as being super cozy and fun. And while it is true some of the time, it's not always the case like it is. There's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes and a lot of hours put into it. They're not always fun, and it gets really hard. It gets very overwhelming. And I guess I know like a lot of creators will like feed into the cozy aspect of the business sometimes too much, where then it like creates this facade that doesn't show the full picture. And I guess I just want to try to break the fourth wall and show that while sometimes it can be very cozy and fun and lovely and calming, sometimes everything is just piles up too much, and you try to do too much, and you're only one person and you can't do it all, even though you try to. If anyone else is having a hard time, in whatever way, you're not alone. Okay, I'm gonna go get everything together as much as I can and then just go take care of myself. Whoa, I look rough. Okay, I probably won't film the rest of the night, but I will catch you tomorrow for the market. It'll be fun. I'm trying to tell myself it'll be fun. I am very grateful for this. It's just, I just am overwhelmed and feeling scared. Okay.
But I already made my first sale from the 10 minutes, so I'm feeling pretty good. A little worry stone is kind of like a little fidget toy. You can like use it to like self-soothe. I think the pink matcha kitty might be my favorite one. It's one of my newer designs.
The one with the strawberry hat. Is it an actual like stone?
It is an actual stone. That's a little character I made. I named her Frances. You can of course rename her if you want. Yeah. I actually just for this market made just that one. So if you get it, you're the lucky person.
I did want to get this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cash your card?
I have a card.
Card? Perfect. Do you want a little bag for it?
Sure. Cool. And the way you guys have this moving stuff.
Aww, that's my hope. I just want to like add some more like comfort and stuff to the world and everything. Oh, you have strawberry earrings right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like my thing.
so tiny.
So cute.
You're gonna get like the pair of them?
Yeah, I think so.
I love that. Yeah, some of them have this. Other times that they have like a little loop up here. Like you could definitely put it up there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to add it on too?
Yeah.
Perfect. Do you want a little bag for them?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Okay, we are back from market day one. It's now a little after 7. I got home, I showered, I put on my giant cat shirt that I wear as a nightgown, essentially a little sleep shirt, and I had some dinner. And now we need to make some more worry stones because y'all, I almost sold out of them. I had almost 40 of them. I think like 38 or 37, 39. I don't remember the exact count on the top of my head, but I only have 7 left after today. They're by far the best seller. People love the worry stones. So we're gonna make more of them. I love this shirt. There's just like a giant cat staring at you right now. It makes me so happy. So while I start sculpting my little worry stones, which I'm curious to see how much I can get done tonight, I'm not actually sure how quick I'll be able to sculpt. I'm just gonna try to sculpt until I can't anymore, until I'm too tired. So while I'm sculpting, let's do a quick recap of how today went, how day one, how Saturday went. So today honestly went better than I thought it would. I mean, as you saw, I was feeling very nervous and scared for the market and just feeling like it was very make it or break it because I was like, if I don't do good at this market, I feel like it says something about my company, even though I know it's like not that big of a deal, but it went well. I won't say exact numbers, but I'll say I almost made $1,000, which is crazy to me. And honestly, like within this amount of hours, I have never in my life made money like this. Like I've never had nearly that much of a high paying job. But I do also have to remind myself like mentally, like I put in a lot of work going up to this market. So if you really think about how much money it is spread out over like the weeks, sometimes months that you take preparing for a market, it makes it seem a little more like, you know, not so like, whoa. But it's still a lot of money and I'm very grateful for that and I'm very excited for tomorrow. The worry stones were a hit. They were by far my best seller. I sold a lot of them. So I think adding them was a very smart move. But in addition to them being like the best seller out of like my booth display, the worry stones, the way I had them set up and displayed, it also just caught people's eyes and that was always what brought people over to my booth in the first place. Also gave me a really easy talking point and like connection to interact with customers. I could just kind of ask them like, oh, like, do you know what a worry stone is? And in some cases people would say yeah, and other times they'd say no. So I kind of, you know, like explain what it is. But then it would also lead to like really nice conversations about like acknowledging the state of our world right now and like mental health and like wanting to find ways to like take care of ourselves and find like little glimmers in our life. And by the way, if you don't know what like a glimmer is, essentially it's the opposite of a trigger. So like for a trigger, if you see something, it like makes your nervous system start going, like activates it. Where a glimmer, when you see it or you interact with it, it naturally just starts to like soothe your nervous system and calm you down. And that's what I want my little worry stones to be, you know, to be a little glimmer. So I think worry stones are gonna be a really good game changer in my company, which I'm excited about. And the other thing I want to mention is I also got to like actually meet like some subscribers and people that follow me on social media and some of the artists that I follow on social media, and that was just, it's so cool meeting people in real life. Obviously I know there's people on the other side of this and they're interacting and we see comments and we can like interact with each other. I feel like I'm at a little bit of a loss for words, but it's a really sweet experience and something that I don't know, I didn't think I'd actually like get a following like this on YouTube, and I know it's still very small, but it makes me really happy to when people come up and they're like, oh, I've been following your journey, like how are you doing? Like it's so sweet. If you're one of those people that came by, I remember you. And thank you so much for coming by because it genuinely like did make my day. So thank you so much. Okay, I've been sculpting all evening. It's late. It is 1:42. I am tired, but I did do a lot of work. I got all of these little ones sculpted. That is 25 worry stones. I wish I could do more, but your girl gotta sleep. So I'm gonna bake these real quick, chill out for a second, because I've literally just been doing this all evening. And then we're gonna go to bed, and we'll market day 2 tomorrow. It'll be great. Okay, good night. Good morning, it is day 2. Took the tablecloth off my booth. I set everything down last night. We're just gonna wrap it up. Oh, I'm tired. I'm recording right now. That's so fun. That's so stupid. I love small business friends. The second day was really successful as well. I didn't film as much that day because I was tired, but looking back, I wish I did. But here's a few clips that I got. My wife came to help me out for part of the day. Also, my best friend, Emily, she's Cozy Grocery. She's also a polymer clay artist. I'm sure you know of her. She came and she helped me out during the day as well, which was really fun to just have my wife and my friend also hanging out in the booth behind me. I should have gotten clips of them. I didn't. But I'm telling you about it now. Okay, now let's get on to a recap. All right, I have my coffee, so let's have a little coffee chat market recap. So I know this video is already quite long, so we're gonna try to keep this as short as we can while we chat. I won't keep you here for too much longer, although hopefully you're enjoying the video and you don't want it to end. Let's just dive right in. Money, money, money. Should we talk about money first? So between both days for the full weekend, I made $1,600, which honestly, that's pretty good, especially because I also heard from other vendors. This was also a bit of a slower Renegade. I know the summer ones tend to be slower than like the winter ones, like the holiday ones, which I did apply to the December ones, the December Brooklyn and December Manhattan Renegades. So hopefully I get into at least one of them. I'll keep you updated. I should hear in October if I did. Saturday was definitely a busier day, made around 900, and then Sunday I made around 700. So estimating about 1,600. But even though technically I got that much money in sales, it doesn't mean it's all profit. So let's break this down a little bit. So first off, for the people that aren't quite sure how the whole market process works, whenever you apply to a market, you normally have to submit an application, and then if they accept you, you have to pay a booth fee for your spot. And these booth fees can range all over the place at different markets. For Renegade, for me, I had a dedicated half booth. And so instead of having to share my space with anyone, I just got a space that was half the size of a full booth, if that makes sense. I had a 4 by 8 foot space. And then I also additionally chose to rent a table from them. Most of them don't have an application fee. Renegade does have an application fee. It is $35. Plus on Saturday, I was honestly running late and the trains were on a wacky weekend schedule. And so I took an Uber on Saturday, which was $22. So if you consider all of those fees together, it was $500. Then that already lowers it down to $1,100. And then of course, that $1,100 alone isn't all just pure profit. There's obviously all the costs for supplies and booth setup, buying business cards, bags, and packaging. Plus there's also like taxes and card processing fees taken out of that. There's a lot of little things. So I'm not gonna actually break down like the numbers of all of that. We're not gonna get into that, but I just want to mention it so that way it's kind of like a little reality check of how the whole business works, the behind the scenes kind of stuff. Another thing that I want to talk about is that it's very important to consider the audience you're going to have at a market and like the size of the market. So that being said, I want to talk about how then the Pride market went for me later that week. So I did Renegade Saturday, Sunday. I took part of Monday off, and then basically Tuesday, Wednesday, I did a bunch of prep for then my market on Thursday, which was a small Pride market. So get ready for the very small, disappointing number of sales I made at that market. $28. And that was largely just because no one came. There was such a small turnout that market. I sold 2 worry stones and a few stickers, and that was literally it. And I did have some gut feelings about this Pride market just because it's a new organization doing it. It was on a Thursday. It was a little off the beaten path, but it just felt kind of like sweet to do for the community. And I did meet some other sweet vendors, so I don't regret doing it. But financially, I paid $150 for my vendor fee, which clearly I did not make back. But the reason I wanted to mention this Pride market is just for all the other small business owners that are watching me, or just anyone that's curious in general. I don't want you to feel like if you go to one market and you bomb, that it means anything negative or bad about you or your business, because some markets are just like that. I mean, within handfuls of days, I made $1,600 at one market and then I made $28 at the other. So when you're considering your market, consider the audience is going to be there and also the amount of marketing and kind of like fan base that market might already have. But honestly, editing this Renegade vlog though has been a sweet experience for me to get to relive it all again. And honestly, I want to do it again. I want to do more of them. I'm really hoping that I get into at least one of the December ones. I figured if I do apply to both of them, that ups my odds of getting into at least one of them. But hopefully I'll get into both of them. That would be really fun. I would love that. And I'm definitely going to apply to all of the future Renegade markets. And maybe when I get a little more money and build up my business, I can travel to other cities and do renegade markets. Like I met some vendors here at the Brooklyn one that traveled from out of state. And I'm like, I want to freaking do that. I want to like travel, go to different renegades and also just other big art markets around the country, because I did genuinely like, I love this experience so much, even though it was overwhelming, even though it was a lot. I'll take my time to prepare for markets in the future better. I want to do it so much more. And speaking of that, I do currently have 2 markets on the calendar right now. I'm doing the Sunny Day Art Market, July 27th. I'm just vending on the Sunday of the market. Although I should be there on Saturday though, helping out my friend Emily with Cozy Grocery, because she's doing Saturday and then I got accepted to Sunday. And so we're gonna kind of like help each other out the weekend and have like a fun little polymer clay best friend market weekend, which I'm so excited for. I'm also doing the Fad Market, the Fashion Art Design Market, August 9th and 10th, that whole weekend. Both those will be in Dumbo and Brooklyn. And I am applying to some other markets. I think that's it for this video. I think we did the thing. We did it all. Look at us go. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely the most vulnerable I've ever gotten in any of my content online ever. I hope that it helped other people feel less alone and you got a more comprehensive view into what it's like for me running this business. And yeah, I'm honestly so grateful that you're here. And I know everyone always says the end of the video, but like I genuinely I am so freaking grateful that you're here and that I'm getting to do this with my one little life. It's pretty freaking special. But for now, do something creative, do something good for yourself, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye friends.